So you've got another interview, of course, this week with Josh Berry coming up. That'll be cool to talk to him.
Yes, we've got Josh Berry in the
Fuck
seat.
Harvick, I'm not listening to that. I'll just mute that shit for a few minutes. Fuck that shit. What is up? What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a great fucking day today. Chester, go lay down. You're being a bitch. Today we have the NASCAR Truck Series race from Indianapolis Raceway Park. It is the short track that is just a very short bit away from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The track is technically in Claremont, Indiana. It's actually not technically in Indianapolis, yeah. The race goes green at 8:45, so just a little under 20 minutes here. And the stages are 60 laps is stage 1. 60 laps is also stage 2, so that'll end at lap 120, and then the final 80 laps is the final stage.
For the most effective stain removal and longer.
I'm excited.
Now available in the new laundry tower. The future is not just going to happen. You have to make it. And if you want a successful business, all it takes is an idea, and now becomes a future where you grew a dream into a reality. The all-new GoDaddy Arrow. Put your business online in minutes with the power of AI.
Any response to the trade rumors we keep hearing about?
Oh, we talking about moving? Not the trade. Not the trade. We talking about moving. No, thank you. You could use Open Door. Sell your house directly to them. It's easy. I guess we're moving.
But wait, there's Marco's. Turn up the heat.
What's up, Daniel Barry? How you doing?
Pepperoni pizza for just $8.99 with our new 3-pepper spicy cheese blend and crispy cupped pepperoni on an always golden crust.
See, I'm looking forward to a good race tonight. Got Rajah Caruth on the pole. He is my pick to win. I think Rajah Caruth wins, because last time he started on pole, he also won. That was his first career win. I just have a feeling about Rajah tonight. I have a good feeling. Grant Enfinger, though, is starting second. He did win this race last year, so there is that. I wouldn't. I think he'd be a very tough competition tonight, though, too.
Get what you need from someone who gets it.
What does fearless look like?
Ross Chastain's in the race tonight. He's starting 16th. He made his first career NASCAR start here back in 2011. I'm pretty sure this was also where Kyle Busch made his first ever NASCAR start. Back in 2001 in a truck race.
Fox NASCAR live at Indianapolis Raceway Park in Brownsburg, Indiana. We're 15 miles west of downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, it's the Craftsman Truck Series racing for the 15th.
See, now they say it's in Brownsburg, Indiana. But I looked on the map, and it's Brownsburg, Indiana. The city lines don't go over into where this track is. I was trying to figure that out today. I was like, where is this track actually located?
For Christian Eckes, including 2 on short tracks. He starts 6th tonight. And your front row includes Grant Enfinger. He won this race 2 seasons ago, and he has been strong in the last couple of months of the campaign. And alongside him, his old teammate on the pole, Rajah Caruth. It's his 2nd career pole position. The last time he started on pole, Las Vegas, he went on to win the race. It's going to be a great one on this short track in central Indiana. Let's go trackside for pre-race ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would rise, if you're able, just go ahead and move say give thanks for all things, and tonight we thank you for this NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Lord, we give praise for every fan, volunteer, staff, sponsor, pit crew, and driver who makes events like these possible. Father, thank you for creating men and women who possess the knowledge, resources, and gifts necessary to execute this race run by talented drivers and teams. Jesus, just as you give grace, we pray your protection covers these teams as they compete. Give safety to every driver and crew member as they race toward victory. In victory, there is sacrifice, devotion, and faith, all of which these teams possess and these teams receive from you. So cover this race with your blessing and favor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. But fix your goddamn audio. Jesus Christ.
2023, Kinder Shoemaker sings our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see like the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, that so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
God, thank God that's over. That buzzing sound was
It's
annoying.
a perfect night for racing, and we are doing it at a perfect little short track. So good to have you with us on this Friday night with Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. So here we go. 2 races remain in the regular season. What a points battle we have, Phil.
I can't believe it's only 2 races to go. Again, we started in February. We're leading towards the playoffs. Only 2 races to go. Let's take a look at our playoff standings. We had 4 of our regulars win in the first 5 races last year. They're already locked in. Those are the guys in yellow. You see Tom Majeski, 125 points ahead. Might as well mark him in. He's in for sure. Ancrum's pretty comfortable at 49 ahead. But look down there at Ben Rhodes in 9th. 18 points above the cut line. To me, it's Ben Rhodes, Daniel Dye, who are above the cut line, Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen. It's a 4-horse race for those final 2 spots for 9th and 10th. And I think right now Ben Rhodes is the guy, we really counted him out last year. He went on to win the championship, so we can never count out Ben Rhodes. But Daniel Dye's been doing an amazing job. He's now got himself above the cut line. So it's anybody's game here with only 2 to go, and it's going to be fun tonight.
And hey, we're doing it at a couple of short tracks. This is our 4th short track race of the year. What makes IRP so special, Michael?
And Adam, this is my kind of Friday night. We're going short track racing, the Craftsman Truck Series, under the lights in Indiana. This track is so challenging. You can run high, you can run low. Look back a couple of years ago where Grant Enfinger restarted with just a couple of laps to go. Circle it, Russ. There they go. They take off. He starts 12th on the outside of the 6th row. He gets to turn 1. Everybody kind of tucks low. Grant says, well, heck, I think I'll go high. It worked really well. So, common knowledge would say he'll probably try to run the high side in 3 and 4 as well. But watch what happens down the back straightaway. He sees a window open down on the bottom. I love the versatility of this racetrack. That shows it all right there. He passes 9 trucks in 3 turns and restarts up front and wins the race. What an amazing racetrack that this is for action, the intensity, being able to move all over the place. I cannot wait to watch this green flag fly in a bit.
Drivers have options. Strategy could be enormous. Track position is the name of the game. It's the trucks at IRP. And we're going green when we come back on this awesome short track in central Indiana.
love my kids, but I also love not being broke. So this back-to-school season, I'm just gonna spend less on them. Amazon has low prices on everything kids need. Like a water bottle they definitely won't lose. Tablets, sports stuff, for whatever sport this is. All the latest, lit, Rizzy Riz clothes. And lunch boxes for a homemade meal that they'll barely touch. What? So spend less on your little freeloaders with Amazon.
Are you certain that's just the wind? Mm-hmm. Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. When you order promo products for your next event, you'll need to be absolutely certain they arrive on time. That's why you choose 4imprint. Experts who'll get it done right, delivered on time, guaranteed. Count on certainty at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
From the community in the campgrounds to the action on the track, there's something for everyone at Michigan International Speedway. Here we go. The green flag will be flying all weekend long, with 3 races and endless opportunities for a good time. Family-friendly entertainment meets race fans' need for speed from sunup to sundown. End summer with a bang, and discover why a NASCAR race in Michigan is anything but slow. Get your tickets today at mispeedway.com.
Here's summer. Work or play, Toyota Tacoma delivers. Come lease a new, completely redesigned 24 Tacoma SR5. Now $489 a month. Many available. Signed, Burdick Toyota in Cicero. Visit burdicktoyota.com.
The extra twinkle. That extra swagger. Feeling healthy by leaps and bounds. Making a dinner that makes their whole day. And giving your best friend the best nutrients for their best life. Science did that.
For summer, work or play, Toyota Tundra delivers. So come get 1.99 for 48 months financing on your new 24 Toyota Tundra, plus $1,000 customer cash. Signed, Burdick Toyota. See burdicktoyota.com.
Friday nights were made for trucking. Under the lights for all to see. No better spot than the IRP.
Here we go.
With all eyes on the playoffs looming, that man Corey Heim has really been grooving.
Mr. Heim time, been so impressive.
Christian Eckes has been right on his tail. Might he be able to, prevail?
What a streak he has been on.
Last year's champ Ben Rhodes has his back against the wall. Can he accelerate his points cushion, or will he just stall? Fire up.
What a battle all night long.
Things are heating up as we start to close out this regular season stretch. Racing from IRP starts next.
I said it's a perfect night for racing, and it is. Fans settling into Indianapolis Raceway Park. Race 4, when you talk about short tracks on the schedule tonight. And let's face it, if you're going to win this championship, Michael, you better be able to get it done these types of venues.
Yeah, and there's a couple of guys that have shown that they can do just that. We've got a great short track race here tonight. We're going to go to Richmond. And then, Adam, you talked about 4 short track races. We got Milwaukee. That race is like a short track, and Phoenix. So there's a lot of action that's going to be a part of this season as we race to the checkered flag in Phoenix.
You can see here who has won the races so far this year. Christian Eckes. I thought he was going to sweep the whole year on short tracks. He won the first 2. Then Corey Heim got the big win on the repaved North Wilkesboro Speedway. But I like the fact that we have in both rounds of the playoffs prior to Phoenix, we have short track races.
You were mad at FS1.
7 on the year, including Bristol and Martinsville, that we'll see once we're running for a championship. We'll go green momentarily. Right now, we're going trackside for the Command.
Are we ready for the T-Sport 200? Driver, start your engine!
Man, they have something up with their audio at the track. It's not something to do with the TV, it's something to do with the track.
The engines have fired. It's just about go time at IRP. Qualifying earlier today Here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, bottom of your screen, our Craftsman starting grid, front row, Raja Caruth and Grant Enfinger. And now we hear from our pit reporters, Jamie Howe, Mamba Smith. Good evening to you. Mamba, what's up?
Good evening, everybody. It's NASCAR truck racing Friday night, and it's Grant Enfinger that I'm looking at. He's coming into the race today, 46 points to the good, 7th in points. Now, he just needs to get through some stages, and he will be just fine to point his way in early. But the strategy is to keep going and to keep everything on the rails. It took a little bit to get going for the CR17. They had 2 top 10s in the first 9 races, and then in the last 5 races they have had 4 with 3 podiums. I talked to Jeff Singleton and asked what was with the slow start. He told me that they had to find the trucks that they like best. But they found their 4, and they've been podium all the way to this point now. Jamie?
Stuart Friesen finds himself 4 points below that cut line coming into tonight's race, but what he does have is some momentum. Over the course of the last 5 races, he's been able to make up 34 points. He's been able to get into the top 5 once with 4 top 10 finishes, so they're certainly trending in the right direction after a slow start to the season. I asked him what that turning point was, and he said ultimately it all comes down to communication between himself and his crew chief, James Villeneuve. He said, I can only do so much, the truck can only do so much, but together we can accomplish a lot of things. So for him tonight, the goal is just that. It's to get as many
He got
points
pissed
as
at
possible,
Pocono, yeah, I
keep
did.
that momentum rolling, and hopefully he can get that
When
playoff
fucking Kyle Busch crashed.
About our Fox colleague Kevin Harvick, he was Mr. Where did he come from? That's how I.
I was
feel
pissed as I
about
was at New
Friesen.
Hampshire, though.
In regard to the standings, only 4 points out, as Jamie said, with a couple of races to go. Now, Michael, our Craftsman track description.
Well, we've talked about how fun this is and what action we're going to see. Let's just take a look and dive into the details of this place. It's just over, just under 3/4 of a mile, 6.86, you know, that.
Just under 7/10 of a mile. Is that?
Thanks for rounding it off for me, Adam. I've got the turns. They're banked at 7.5 degrees, but it's variable. There's more banking up high. You're going to see these trucks running all over the place, and it's symmetrical, Phil. That means the same on both ends. The straightaways are 699 feet.
I love that. Now let's take a look at our race analysis. You see this race is 200 laps, a little over 137 miles. 60 laps for the first stage, 60 for the second, the final stage, 80 laps. You see our pit window somewhere around 110 to 120.
Yeah, so you won't have to pit on the green at all in this race.
Put 4 tires on, less than 10 laps to go, and went on to win. So I think we have to wait to the very end to see how the strategy is going to play out.
It's going to be all over the board. I think people are going to take chances just like Grant did because of how it worked out for him.
They watch the tape. That's the trends, and they'll be ready to execute if we get that late race caution. Let's do our onboards, Phil.
We're going to ride along with our guy, Daniel Dye. Finally worked his way up and above the cut line, 1 point to the good right now. This is the race to stop suicide.com on board. He's going to be starting from the 7th spot. Daniel Dye looking to continue his good run.
Going to hop on board with last year's dominating winner, Ty Majeski's going to row from the 4th spot in his Road Ranger Ford. Look for some great action shots out of this truck as you see Ty settling in there, working those tires, getting them warmed up and ready to go today.
Led the way in practice earlier today. Did Ty Majeski so great in this race a year ago, and rolling from the outside of row 2 for tonight's race. He's a threat, so is Christian Eckes. We talked about the fact that he's won 2 of our first 3 short track races this year. He's having an unbelievable campaign.
And look at these two. They've separated themselves from the pack. As you can see, Eckes with the 3 wins. But look at the laps he's led, Adam. Over 600 laps. Second best is time, only 463. So that's a good sign how much speed this 19 truck has shown all year.
You know, we talked to the crew chief for Corey Heim, Scott Zipadelli, last time out. We talked about strategy at Pocono, and he said, I want all the points. So he won both stages and the race, closed up 8 points to Christian Eckes in that regular season championship. He finds himself now 32 points behind.
You win stages, you get playoff points. You win races, you get playoff points. They carry with you throughout the entire playoffs. And with that, it puts you in a much better position to make it to Phoenix and run for the title. Everybody's aware of that.
That's why Zipadelli is going after all those points last weekend, because the regular season championship carries playoff points as well.
Right. Jamie Howe.
Well, one driver who certainly knows about playoff points is that 88 truck that you see right there, Matt Crafton. He is 47 points below that cut line right now. Coming off of his best finish recently, there was an 8th place at Pocono. It snapped a 5 race win streak where he hadn't been inside of the top 20. So for Matt Crafton, he said, I'm not going to think about points tonight, but he did say, I certainly wouldn't want to be between me and a good result because he knows he wants into the top 10.
Celebrating his best start.
Daniel Dye, you see him on the screen right now. He just came off a great finish in second place in Nashville. It is all stage points for this team, though. They have done such a good job making up the gap. It was 37 points that they've made up to this point to get one to the good. I talked to Blake Bainbridge earlier today. He told me that every truck that they've been bringing to the track lately has been new or a brand new rebuild. And the confidence in that driver 43 is high, guys.
The fact that 3 races ago, he was 37 points out. You probably say must win. Second in Nashville, he's back in the game. All those stage points that we talked about last week at Pocono, and now he finds himself above the cut line, does Daniel Dye, with only 2 races to go.
Yeah, 2 of the last 3 races he's accumulated the most points that he has in his entire career, two out of 3. So really moving in the right direction at the right time.
You know, late at Pocono, he stalled the engine on pit road, and that knocked him out of a great finish there too. So there could have been a lot more points involved there as well.
Unfortunately for him, you know, every point, every position is a point when you're one to the good. I mean, there's so much to think about and so little margin for error.
See, Roger Caruth is up on the outside. He's elected to start on the high side. That doesn't surprise me any early in the going. Now, when it gets down into the wire, you might want to get on that inside so you can be the guy shoving another cat up the hill.
We saw Connor Zilisch take the bottom on that last restart and go on to win that Arca Menards race, where the top had seemed to prevail throughout much of the race.
I think I'm right in saying that every restart, the leader had taken the outside until the final restart in that Arca Menards Series race when, as you said, Connor Zilisch takes the inside lane and drives off to his 3rd win of the year.
He said he wanted leverage from the bottom.
He got all of it he needed and was able to check out for the checkered flag. Let's go back to Las Vegas. Raja on the pole for the first time in his career, and boy, did he pay it off on that Friday night.
Wow, getting some direction there from Kyle Busch, leaning on Kyle. He's a sponge, getting all the information he can, and look at the result. That was so impressive out of him.
He certainly didn't back into that. He had a great truck all night and got it done.
Second year full time in the Craftsman Truck Series. Missed the playoffs last year. A win this year locks him in on the pole tonight, and coming off a 7th place finish at IRP 1 season ago. Mamba.
Yeah, Raja Caruth, I talked to him earlier today. He was like, man, I just thought I could get into a better truck and it would just make me better. But he realized I still need to drive this thing. I still need to go get it done. We're about to see if he can get it done from the pole tonight.
All right, 1 to go here.
A little bit antsy on these starts and restarts tonight, Adam. We saw what Grant Enfinger was able to do. You can see Ben Rhodes is going to the rear. He ran over and qualified. That flat tire, they had to change it. So he's going to start from the back. Talk about that battle at the bubble. This is a bit of a deficit or setback for this team, but Ben Rhodes can overcome this tonight.
Yes, especially for that first stage. These stages only 60 laps long. It's going to be tough for him to battle his way up into the top 10 at the end of the first stage.
Reigning champ is winless. 18-point advantage over the cut line with 2 races to go for Ben Rhodes. Not too far from his hometown in Louisville, Kentucky. Tonight we're racing right here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, one of the great venues in all of NASCAR. Love coming here 7 miles down the road from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Front row, Raja Caruth and Grant Enfinger. As Michael said, the pole sitter takes the outside lane. It's 200 laps at IRP. Put the green flag in the air and turn them loose.
Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Indianapolis Raceway Park. Ooh, wow. 3 wide at the front.
Why not? Way all night long, but look at Majeski. We know what kind of horse he's riding there. He's got some strong pace down on the bottom.
Remember, Majeski won both stages and the race last year, swept the whole night, grabs that 2nd spot.
Eka started 6th, jumps to 4th, and looking for 3rd at 19 inside of the 71 of Raja Caruth. Pole sitter going in the wrong direction. Enfinger leading Majeski.
Eka looks like he's a little faster down on that bottom. Raja didn't get off to the start he hoped to. You know, sometimes a couple of laps on the tires builds up a little pressure, some heat, and it changes the handling of these trucks. We'll see what happens with Raja. Not a big surprise there. Matt Crafton down off the racetrack on the apron. There's grip down there. to run that bottom side, but he's lost a couple of spots here early in the going.
See Majeski all over the back of the 9.
Okay, Grant Enfinger immediately took the lead here. Ty Majeski's running in
A
second.
little bit earlier than some of his competitors in qualifying. I think the racetrack down a little
Rajah
bit
Caruth
later
lost the lead
on,
in like the
but
first
obviously,
turn.
As a fast truck here, going to try to make the move right down on the flat below that yellow line.
You can see the options he has. He decided to swing high in the middle of the corner and then cut it low on exit, and he's making good ground down there.
So important on a short track to have control of the race. Enfinger has it now, but Majeski continues to peek down to the inside. We're 5 laps in.
Those two trucks have separated themselves from Rajah Caruth. Christian Eckes back there. Really fast pace here early in the going. Running faster than we did in practice earlier today. It's cooled off some, so that makes sense.
And with the sun setting here just after 9 o'clock Eastern time, you would anticipate this track will change throughout the night. There goes Eckes for third. I'm not sure that he was completely clear, but he does slide up for the position in front of Rajah Caruth.
And we're going to see that a lot. We're going to see a lot of slide jobs. This is a pretty challenging racetrack to pass on. So if you feel like you can drive it down in the corner and that truck is not going to be too loose getting in, and just beat him to the center.
My guy early today in practice was Tyler Ankrum, and man, I like what I'm seeing from this 18 truck right now. Able to run way low on the racetrack. And is he going to get 2 for 1? He's certainly going to give it a whirl. Phil, what you call that is clearing yourself. You know, you wait for your spotter to clear you at most racetracks. Here, you kind of just root your way up and say, clear.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
See that big slip from Majeski?
Good start to this race for Matt Crafton. On a long winless streak. It's probably going to be a victory. It will punch his ticket to the playoffs because he's too far out when you look at the points. Stuart Friesen only 4 below the cut line, having a good start. Same for Daniel Dye, who comes in just above. So many storylines when you get to this point in the regular season.
Caught a glimpse right there, that bright yellow truck of Crafton side by side with Friesen in that battle for 6th. See teammates right there going at it. Christian Eckes, Tyler Ankrum.
Ankrum's running lower on the track consistently than anybody. You can see he's faster right now than the 19 of Eckes, but he just can't quite find a way around.
What a great year it's been for McAnally Hildeman Racing. When you look at it, they got 4 trucks running full-time, 3 of them for the championship. We talked so much about Eckes, but you could say it's been a career year for Ankrum. I mean, really, he started strong. He won a stage. He's led 4 laps this season than he ever has. Not too far back behind him, Daniel Dye, who's knocking on the door of the playoffs. These trucks have been impressive from the word go at Daytona.
And Ankrum went through a stretch of about a half a dozen races where he had a lot of luck, and none of it good, all bad luck. Now he can put that behind him, solid in the playoff standings.
There's the McAnally Hildeman crew there in the pylon. You can see Danny Dye currently up in the top 10. Jack Wood had a really fast truck in the long run in practice. We're going 3 wide again. Here comes Fenhouse to the bottom.
A little bit of contact, it looked like.
Fenhouse in the 66, impressive earlier today in both practice and qualifying. Nearly won the ARCA race here a year ago.
Watch this contact. I think we had some contact right here, Michael.
Yeah, you can see that it looks like they're trying to go 4 wide, Bill, and you're going to have contact if that's the case.
I don't think they tried. I think they succeeded.
They did go 4 wide.
A little contact there.
How smart it was of Nick Sanchez to back out of that.
No doubt.
But I want no part of that right now. Way too early in the race for that.
Tyler Ankrum says, come on, teammate. Give me a break here. I'm faster than you. I want to go run down that 9. Look at that. Mowing the grass down on the bottom. And see how far Grant Enfinger has driven away.
Enfinger started on the pole. He's led the first 13 laps. When he won here 2 years ago, you know how many laps he led? 13.
Now there's 3 flies in this room.
Type 2 diabetes?
They're
Discover the
evolving.
Ozempic Trizone. I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C,
CV risk, and lost some weight. In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it. I'm under 7. Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease. I'm lowering my risk. Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic
There's 3
reaction.
flies in my room. One of them has been
Pancreatitis.
sitting on my
All
lamp
viral
for
problems may
hours
occur.
on
Tell your
end.
provider about vision problems or
Literally
changes.
since I was
Taking
doing the
Ozempic with
sun
sulfonylurea
stream earlier.
Or insulin may increase low
Even
blood sugar
before
risk.
that,
Side
I don't
effects
even
like
know.
nausea, vomiting,
That's just
and
when I first
diarrhea
noticed
may lead
it.
to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
That's not the power of 3 with Ozempic. At the Jeep Make This the Summer event, you can take a vacation from payments on the most capable Wrangler ever. Our most affordable SUV, Jeep Compass. The only open-air pickup, Jeep Gladiator. And the most awarded SUV ever, Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer and make the most out of summer with great deals.
I don't
plus no
mind the
payments for 90
flies.
days.
I think they're kind
During
of.
the
I
Jeep
think they're
Make
kind
This
of
the
cool.
Summer event, get 3,000 total bonus cash allowance on select 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited models and dealer stock.
I probably should be in my damn room.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Goes on lightning fast, wet or dry, for super hydrophobic, ultra durable protection. Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Give it that mother's love. There are over 75 million monthly Tubi viewers. That's more people than there are wall-mounted communal actuated drinking fountains, which means Tubi is more popular than water that's so cold it hurts your teeth. More popular than unnecessary water pressure. More popular than outdoor violations. Tubi, it's more popular than wall-mounted communal actuated drinking fountains.
Grant Enfinger leads. You're watching the Craftsman Truck Series from Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Along with Daniel Dye running in the 10th spot, looking back at that black and yellow number 2 of Nick Sanchez. Now we're looking forward. A little bit of gap up there with the 66 of Luke Fenhouse. Right now running 9th.
It's a nice feeling on a short track. You don't have much out the front windshield there. Able to pick your line, see how your truck handles as you look around this awesome 0.686.
So the leaders have caught up to lap traffic now. Thad Moffitt and Tyler Tornasey have gone a lap down. Tomasi.
Look out for the Craftsman QR code later in the race to take advantage of tonight's IRP deal of the race.
I love the deal of the race. Craftsman's such a great partner to NASCAR and these trucks.
And Spencer Boyd's just been placed a lap down.
20 plus laps in, and he's already battling lap traffic. Let's get an update on second place. 98 Ty Majeski. Here's Jamie.
Yeah, he's also battling Ty Majeski. And Ty told me that this truck, though it's not the truck he won with last year, it's very similar in the way it reacts to things. But right now, he's telling his crew chief, Joe Shear Jr., that the left rear is tightening up in the center of the corner, and then anytime it gets a lateral load on it, it gets free. So they're going to have to make some adjustments at the end of this stage to try and get him something that he can race with.
See heavy traffic right now for our leaders. Van Enfinger's been able to negotiate that. Now Majeski is able to get by the 42 of Matt Mills and the 33 of Wallace Allen.
And he did it right up the middle. That's why people love this little racetrack so much, because you can run all over the place. And you saw a great example of that there with Majeski just carving his way through that lap traffic.
There's that yellow truck right there, Michael.
He goes all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Wallace Allen with a big slip there. Matt Mills up high makes it happen.
Matt Mills scored 32nd, had a problem in practice today. Couldn't qualify the truck, and that's why he's so deep in the field. Unfortunately for that 42 group, because they've been so strong lately.
Daniel Dye racing alongside Dean Thompson. This is for the 10th spot.
He was able to get by Sanchez. We saw Sanchez behind Daniel right when we came back from commercial break.
Dean had a good truck in practice. They have a lot of speed, so we'll Let's parlay that into a strong run here. Tighten up inside that top 10.
Yeah, double duty for Dean Thompson. Ran the Arkham Menards race earlier today. Had a top 10 finish. Additional track time certainly doesn't hurt.
See there, the left rear tire on that 43 of Daniel Dye. All the letters have rubbed off that Goodyear tire. That's that 4-whack squeeze off turn 4 earlier. There goes Dean.
Yeah, he's making work on the bottom of the racetrack, able to clear Daniel.
Closing on the midway point, stage 1. Grant Enfinger qualified up in the front row. He's led the first 27 laps. Ty Majeski running in the second position. Tyler Ankrum is there. Christian Eckes, Raja Caruth, the top 5.
You know, we talked a lot last race out at Pocono about strategy and what these guys will do around those stages. I think it's a little more cut and dried here tonight, Phil, if we stay green. But if there's caution, there's so many varying agendas from these teams. Guys that have won their way into the playoffs already. Guys that need those playoff points or those stage points. So we could see a flop, a switch of guys pitting before that first stage ends if there's a caution. So we haven't mentioned much about strategy because it's all about the cautions when they come out in the short track.
Yeah, like last year we talked about Majeski winning both stages. That's because the cautions didn't fall to give the opportunity to people to flip the stages, and he went on to win the race. See, Ben Rose now numbers had to go to the back. He fought his way up to the 22nd spot. Tyler Ankrum finally was able to get by his teammate Christian Eckes to take over the 3rd spot, and then now is driven away from him by about a second. Let's take a look back at how he got this spot.
Well, you knew if he got around him, he was going to drive away. He's just way faster than Eckes, and he finally got a good enough run off turn 4 to where he could just slam it down into turn 1, slide up, and take that spot.
Nice move by Tyler. That's how to get it done on a short track like RFP.
And maybe you have to be just a little bit more patient when you're racing your teammate. These two are not teammates, and they're battling for the lead. Ty Majeski inside of Grant Enfinger for the top spot at IRP. The 9 holds them off.
You don't have to be patient with your team, with your non-teammates.
I would say be patient with everyone at this stage of the race, but maybe less patient with a non-teammate.
Johnny Sauter joined us for a race here in Indy. He just went a lap down to our 2 leaders.
Johnny had issues as well. I think they had to change the rear end gear, so he started from the back also.
Showing 26 trucks on the lead lap. Grant Enfinger, your race leader at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Fucking bitch.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm not only losing my sight, but my time to enjoy it. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo.
I don't know what it is with flies though, bro. They just like expand so fast.
Wet AMD that improves vision and
so I try to kill them. Like, I don't even really care. It's just like I want to kill them so they don't literally expand.
Vabysmo works differently. It's the only
I did not see the tweets that you sent. I'll check them after this commercial break.
Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause an eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. Severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye can occur. Most common eye side effects were cataract and broken blood vessels.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
Skechers hands-free work safety toe slip-ins. They're rugged and long-lasting with innovative safety toe and electrical hazard protection. Just step in them and go to work without touching your shoes or bending down to put them on. Enjoy maximum all-day comfort with Skechers hands-free work safety toe slip-ins.
Rafael Devers leads the Red Sox against Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. Or Corbin Carroll and the Diamondbacks take on the Cubs. You gotta be kidding me! It's Baseball Night in America on Fox. This is PHMCCA, powered by the Turbo Max engine.
So yeah, this race has been green since the drop of the green flag. Haven't had a single caution yet. Stage 1 ends at lap 60. Grant Enfinger still has about a half-second lead over Ty Majeski. Raja Caruth has fallen from the pole back to 5th place. He's about 5 seconds back of the leaders.
Professional grade GMC.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the first ever Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,495. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you.
Qualified lessees with a current eligible lease can get this 2024 Trax for around $279 a month.
21 laps to go. Stage one.
I'm gonna check out these tweets Jaden sent me.
Raceway Park. Michael Waltrip, Phil Parsons, I'm Adam Alexander. So far, it's been the Grant Enfinger show. Started front rows, led the first.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that one.
Majeski has been strong. Tyler Rankrum has been outstanding. Ekus Caruth completing the top five, and it won't be long before Enfinger starts seeing some really big names trying to put them a lap down, and that will keep up the battle out there.
Yeah, like Ben Rhodes, the guy we talked about that's in that battle for those final two playoff spots, is at least what we feel like. He is not far because of starting at the back. There he is right there. He is just probably a second, maybe a second half in front of our leader, Enfinger. And Ben Rhodes can ill afford to lose a lap.
Well, on the topic of Ben Rhodes, watching him come up through the field, he asked the team, is there anything that I can do to help myself? And as they're watching him come through this traffic, they told him, you got to make the straightaway as long as you possibly can. He said, you're losing a little bit of speed as you go into the corner. So he's going to work on that for the next couple of laps. Up ahead of him is the number 11. You can't say enough about the season that Corey Heim has been.
Yeah, I saw the Steve one.
Winner in 2024, but
Caution.
He hasn't really made any move as the caution flag is now flying here for Corey Heim. They've got some work to do. He wasn't happy with the truck in practice.
Oh, Ty Dillon's around.
Some moves that they can make tonight.
And that's the 02. Who's that? Mason Massey.
See, he's made some significant contact, it looks like, with the outside wall. Ty Dillon, you see him turned around in the 25 Racker truck.
Your computer works, so that's all that matters.
Number one, Dillon doing double duty this week.
Because a lot of people's weren't. And my shit was, because I got Apple. One positive.
Huge break from Ben Rhodes. I wouldn't be too surprised.
That thing ever going to refresh?
On pit road here.
There we go.
Flip the stages, take advantage of the fact that Ben Rhodes doesn't have any speed to go get a stage point. He's got a chance here to flip things.
And we know that we can make it to the end of the second stage if you stop here.
Drivers involved in the accident running outside the top 25. There's Ben Rhodes. You guys talked about him. Currently 21st. It appears Timmy Hill will get the free pass. He scored 23rd right now.
What we need is a caution. Figure out what happened.
Didn't affect individuals unless they used that software. It only affected businesses, which is why you saw a lot of airports having issues. I was honestly afraid that we were going to have issues with timing and scoring tonight because, granted, while it doesn't affect my computer, it's all based on, I'm assuming, PCs. So I was low-key afraid that we might have some timing and scoring issues tonight, but so far that looks like it's all good.
There would be some that would flip the stage.
I know that some of the truck teams had a little bit of travel issues getting to the track.
Majeski.
Look there, it's adjustment.
Chassis adjustment.
Sometimes these drivers say, I don't want a wrench in it, I just need air pressure adjustment. But that time they put the wrench in that right rear.
Pretty solid pit stop for the 98.
You're seeing the number 9. Leader Grant Enfinger come down right now. He's a little free on entry, so he asked for a pound.
Oh no, I know.
Good pit stop and the 9.
I'm totally aware of the issue. It's just, yeah, it was a very bad issue.
They made a couple of adjustments, and Christian Eckes has already left the lane.
Eckes has that number 1 pit stall after being awarded the pole position last week at Pocono when qualifying was rained out, and that number 1 pit stall could be big as the evening unfolds.
I see some of the ARCA cars parked in the infield.
Williams Sawalch will be the last truck off pit.
I know, right?
Bailey Curry, I think, was a lap down and stayed out, so they'll take the wave around.
as will those other trucks up front there.
And that'll work with only 15 left right now.
I love that strategy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd say definitely pitting now and then wait till the end of stage 2.
First caution of the night. Mason Massey, Ty Dillon both having problems. Restart when we return.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Accept the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose quickly stops migraine in its tracks. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the
Every one of those
as
computers has to be
extraordinary,
fixed
but
by
her
somebody.
goals aren't easy. She fixes. She manages.
Yeah, that's insane.
She perfects. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 million more. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We now return to our interview with the insurance whistleblower.
I just think everyone should know there's an insurance company out there exposing other companies' rates so you can compare them and save.
Sounds like trouble.
It's great, actually. It's called Auto Quote Explorer for Progressive. Here, look. See? We show you our direct rates and their rates, even if we're not the lowest.
So, whistleblower usually means you're exposing something bad.
I thought I'd been calling attention to something helpful. You know, like, toot, toot, check it out. This thing's the best. No?
With generative AI on AWS, companies are already transforming how they work to generate new ideas and turn experiments into reality. AWS is the easiest way to get up and running, so you can quickly build and scale generative AI with security built in. With generative AI on AWS, businesses can push the boundaries of innovation.
What causes a curve down there? Can it be treated?
Stop typing and start talking. It could be a medical condition called Peyronie's disease, or PD, and it could be treated without surgery. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
First caution of the night, whole bunch of big-name trucks coming down the pit lane. 2 of them penalized for speeding. Matt Crafton, Stuart Friesen.
Yeah, we talked about Matt Crafton in a must-win situation, but Stuart Friesen is right in that battle. Came in this race 4 points below the cut line. He desperately needed some stage points. Him and Matt Crafton have been running together since the start of this race, and they sped together on pit road. Unfortunately, it's probably going to take Stuart Friesen completely out of his opportunity to get stage points in this first stage.
Be a ton of trucks on the lead lap because most of those that did not come down the pit lane that were a lap down chose to wave around. So with just a handful of laps to go in the stage, we'll have a huge reset.
No remote fixing it. Every single one has to be fixed by somebody who is there with the computer. Yeah, it's actually insane.
Front row, Infinger, Majeski.
And green flag is back in the air.
Waited in the box, and you can see Majeski kind of jumped, but he had to slow down. So give the advantage to. Let's just go 3 wide and decide who gets the advantage.
So maybe it's Christian Eckes. Started row 2, looking for the top spot. Infinger gets away.
I think Majeski realized that he was ahead of Infinger and backed off.
Look who's coming to the party now.
Corey Heim.
Corey Heim says, I'm ready to rumble.
Quiet start, but the 11 is now involved. Going outside of the 19. Isn't it fitting to see these two side by side for position?
Ooh, contact there with Derek Kraus and, Corey Hyman, yeah, Christian Eckes.
I was just thinking, Phil, these guys have raced each other so respectfully. but it's got to heat up. They know what's on the line, and side by side for the lead as well.
You want control of this race? Here comes Majeski.
He's sideways at him and can't get the job done.
98 restart violation.
Oh, restart violation for Ty Majeski.
You can't speed on pit road right now. This is going to cost him a lap.
You can see he jumped first. That's not allowed.
It seems like that's happened so many times where Ty Majeski just has some late, like he'll be doing really good, but then have some issue. Just
jump ahead of Infinger, they might let it go, but a rule is a rule. He's on pit road. Like you said, Phil, he's going to lose a lap.
He comes into this race with a 125-point advantage over the cut line. He's going to make the playoffs, but you want wins. They don't have one yet.
Oh, he's going to
and he just really created some problems for himself in that category.
But he's going to stay on the lead.
wait, actually, yeah, he's staying on the lead lap.
To get out in front of our leader,
That's actually really surprising to me.
Speed to stay in front of Grant Infinger with 7 laps to go in the stage.
Majeski was hounding Infinger for the lead. Now it's Christian Eckes with 6 to go, stage 1.
Keep your eye on the orange and blue truck back there, Tyler. He's been fast this whole race. He wants that bottom line to work for him and see if he can do something. Corey Hive, he bounces off turn 2. Doesn't get it done.
Hard battle plays back to his top 10 for those stage points. You see our pylon left of your screen as Eckes is going for the lead.
He's got the lead.
19 has been a short track sensation in 2024.
And Christian Eckes to the lead.
At these styles of tracks, and he's able to wrestle the top spot away from Grant Infinger.
Just be 4 laps to go to the end of this stage. Good little gap now for Eckes.
Nice gap up there for Majeski. He's not going to lose a lap.
He's certainly going to lose a lot of track position. It's going to be fun to watch him coming from the back at the beginning of the second stage.
And we've documented how fast his truck is. Talk about a player. Here comes Ross Chastain.
He's the designated driver of that 45 truck tonight, and he is getting it done really fast on the lap times. Watching the scoring pylon, he's putting down the fastest laps of the race right now.
Made his first ever national start in NASCAR in a truck right here at IRB in 2011. Came home in the top 10 driving for Stacy Compton.
He's been turning heads ever since, hasn't he?
Cup superstar, no doubt.
I love that line down there mowing that grass. He's going to try to get ahead of Roger Caruth before this stage ends. Only 2 to go.
See Daniel Dye right now holding down the 10th spot. That would be a point. If he can hold on to that spot.
If you're at home, you're like, what difference is a point? 1 point's always ahead of the cut line, and so he needs that point desperately. Every position on the racetrack is 1 point. You get a pass a guy, that's a point for you.
Just in front of him, Sammy Smith, qualified outside the top 10, but he's got a fast truck as we go to the latter part of this stage. Final lap, Christian Eckes in charge.
So final lap of the stage here. Christian Eckes has the lead, and it looks like he's going to get the stage win. Christian Eckes wins stage 1 at Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis.
Hold on to that spot. It looked like Sanchez maybe had something to say about that.
He gassed her up right in the middle of the corner, didn't he?
6 stage wins this year for Christian Eckes. That matches Corey Hine for the most. These two just know how to get it done, and it's happening again tonight at IRB.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
In the marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight. Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines.
Don't take Wegovy if you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your
I saw
provider
a
right away if you have any mental
fly
changes.
into my
Common
lamp.
Side effects like nausea, vomiting,
So I
and
covered the
diarrhea
lamp
may
up
lead
to the
dehydration,
wall.
which may cause
And now he
kidney
might be
problems.
trapped in there.
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
Oh, nope. I think he made his way out before I did it. So I just wasted my time.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare.
True, it's gonna link in the description.
Pizza Hut, you owe Chicago an apology.
Deep dishes for
Oh, I know exactly what that's from. Twitter guys, give me links in the description.
to tell America about our thin, crispy crust.
Love you, Juggets, to death. Don't forget to keep it rich.
Sorry, Chicago. No one out pizza's the Hut.
Romo, I will give you the greatest games on earth.
The crowd wants to see chariot racing and be close enough to see blood. A four-horse race is a suicide. Venture everything we have. It's all.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Goes on lightning fast, wet or dry, for super hydrophobic, ultra durable protection. Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Give it that mother's love.
Tomorrow, the four-time defending Olympic champs are back. LeBron, Curry, and the best of the USA tune up for the Olympics as they begin their run for the 5th straight gold in Paris. USA takes on South Sudan. It's tomorrow, 3 Eastern time on Fox.
That gets me excited already.
If you're coaching that team, it's like,
wow.
Put on the you know what I mean? Like, you go for him. No way, you go for him. Actually, it doesn't really matter.
I was always the far end of the bench if I ever played basketball, and I mean the far end of the bench for this team's pretty good.
I was carrying the water bottles actually, so I was way at the end of the bench. There's the stage point breakdown. Oldemire getting that single point could be the difference. Came in one above the cut line.
Normally, pit road's busy during these breaks. Not so much right now.
Bacon. Stage 2 when we return to RP.
The four-time defending Olympic champs are back. LeBron, Curry, and the rest of the U.S. tune up for the Olympics as they begin their run at a 5th straight gold in Paris. To the rim. The USA Basketball Showcase. USA takes on South Sudan on Fox.
It's so easy to get your windshield replaced using SafeLight. Tell the people why you haven't done it already, my man. It started off as a chip and grew to a crack, and it just keeps going. So what do we do now? I went ahead and scheduled an appointment online at safelight.com. Told them to meet us here at the beach.
Let's get started.
Oh, SafeLight repair. SafeLight replace. Yeah!
Schedule free mobile service at safelight.com.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
An experienced QPC eater knows you should never let the ketchup that falls from the hot and juicy burger go to waste.
Starbucks cold brew? In a can? What else might be possible? Perhaps finding your perfect match. Too good to be true can be true. New Starbucks cold brew.
Play along with this summer's biggest splash hit.
Release the evil ball!
The Quiz with Balls, all new this Tuesday on Fox.
family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, the Man Ryan Child Advocacy Center, private members of IBW Local 43, and NECA contractors. We don't just see our work, we live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
All set for stage 2 at Indianapolis Raceway Park for the Craftsman Truck Series. Christian Eckes in charge of the field. Let's go down to pit road and Mama Smith.
The 71 of Raja Caruth started on the pole. They've dropped back a little bit, but held serve here at fifth. Raj told me he was surprised he had enough speed for the pole because they set up for the long run. He's going to school, though, behind some of the best.
I do not have the Juggy shirt. I've always had a thing about buying like a YouTuber's merch that has their name on it. I never liked that. I don't know. I just think it's weird. Like, it's one thing to buy, like, you know, Kyle Busch shirt with his name on it. I wouldn't buy a Kyle Busch shirt with his face on it, though. I think that's also weird. Like,
I always remember racing your field, and it felt a little dark over there on the back straightaway. You kind of see that from that camera view there. That
yeah, it does look kind of dark on the backstretch.
And that outside pole is only about half as tall as it is now.
And you know what? Every time you come off there and get a little close to it, there's a cornfield back there, and I envision my Pontiac Grand Prix winding up in that cornfield. A lot of times with the racing we did there.
Front row for the restart to begin our second stage. Eckes and Infinger, the only
green flag.
should have led laps tonight. Off we go. Second stint of the event at IRP. The 9 jumps out front. So here comes Ankrum.
See him 3 wide back around the 10th spot.
Loves that apron, doesn't he? He's been really strong down there. Has that 18 truck of Ankrum.
Watch that 11 though to the high side. Gonna try to keep that 18 down there. 18 has him cleared. He has Corey Heim cleared.
Is that Danny Dye? No, that's Ross Chastain trying to climb inside the top. He's in the top 5. He's looking for more.
That was a tease, wasn't it? I thought the same thing. I'm like, wow, where did he come from on the restart?
Side by side with Corey Heim in the 11. Cool tires there after this restart. Ross making it work.
Chastain a winner earlier this year at Darlington. And keep in mind, on the pit box for the 45, Phil Gould, he was really good the last couple of years.
Oh, someone saw the backstretch up to 76 of Spencer Boyd. Looks like he is going to make it to pit road.
Looked like it almost refired it right before he got to the entrance to pit road.
Stay green as you see the battle for the lead. Christian Eckes is all over Grant Enfinger. See the top guys, Corey Heim rides in that 5th spot. He's got Nick Sanchez behind him. Luke Venhouse there, Sammy Smith all battling up near the top 10.
This is fun.
It is. It's great. I love it. That's what short track racing is all about, when a track gives you these types of options. Remember a minute ago, Phil, a couple laps ago, Chastain just eating that bottom up. He switched gears. Now he's up top.
Bob Majeski, we documented the fact that he got a restart violation, lost all his track position, not bad on his way back up into the top 15.
I mentioned the fact that he got the penalty, even though it hurts his track position. He came in 125 above the cut line. I said he's going to the playoffs. He has now, in fact, clinched a spot in the postseason. He'll run for the title. Talking about Ty Majeski.
Oh, look at this. Talking about options, he's taking that 3rd option, which is right up the middle.
Jake Garcia, the 13 on the inside. There's Taylor Gray, the 17 on the outside. I think Majeski wants that middle. Now he's going to try to cut under the 13 of Garcia.
Well, you know, when you make a mistake, and that was a mistake by Majeski, he anticipated the start, but he just went too soon. When you make a mistake like that, you just want to redeem yourself for your team. And he's battling tooth and nail with those other trucks to get back up toward the top 10. Great battle. That's Lane Riggs in the 38. They're closing in on Corey Heim in that 11 truck. Heim doesn't have the speed tonight that we're used to seeing out of that 11.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen Riggs up in the top 10. Right now running in the 7th spot. Remember, he finished 3rd here last year.
top 10 in his debut right here at IRP 2 seasons ago. Talking about Lane Riggs.
Right down on the bottom, trying to make the pass on the 11 for Corey Hine. Boy, just sent it in there into the corner, able to clear Corey Hine.
He did. That's a short track move, wasn't it? Clear yourself, like we said earlier. Was able to do just that. Had that great run at North Wilkesboro too. He's a short track guy. A couple of rough weeks for that 38. It's good to see him having a good run.
Eck is just hanging around, isn't he?
Look at Ross though, up on the high side, closing in on this front two, battling for the lead.
The 45 of Rouse Chastain has made up 13 spots. He told his crew he's a little loose on entry, tight on exit. How hard is that to manage, Mikey, when you're trying to make moves to the front?
For the 11, Corey Hine, they've been working on that right rear to get a better exit. But if you remember back a little bit ago now, there was a little bit of contact between the number 19 of Christian Eckes and Corey Hine in that number 11 you see on the screen. And there's damage to the left front of Corey's truck. And he said it's not terrible, but it's definitely not helping them. And it's something they're going to have to address when they come in because he thinks it might be taking away some of their speed. Adam?
Hey, Adam, how cool is it to see him running right out next to the outside wall on a short track? We saw that at North Wilkesboro, too, earlier in the season. Remember, they were all over that little half-mile racetrack, and here they are doing it again in Indy.
Race fans, we are staying with all the action here at IRP. Commercial free with Crank It Up, sponsored by Craftsman.
Crank it up.
Grab your phone now and get ready to scan the QR code for the Craftsman deal of the race.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get 20% off.
Oh, Corey Haim has trouble.
And other select Craftsman V20.
Corey Haim has trouble.
And cool air. Scan now for the current deal.
He has a tire issue. That might end up being a caution.
Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman.
A whole lot going on here at Indianapolis from the Raceway Park. Big impact for Corey Haim.
Caution.
And the caution is out. Third time tonight.
Oh, the 44 also has issues. Connor Daly.
He's got sparks everywhere.
While we were away, Daniel Dye made an unscheduled pit stop. Lost a lap on pit road.
He's all the way back in the 32nd place, Bill. You know about how tight things are around the playoff bubble, and he just took a big hit. He's not going to get the free pass here either. We're hearing on the radio that his right front wheel was loose, so they had to come in and fix that. That's a shame. He'll be in a battle here to try to get.
Oh, Corey Haim is very upset with Christian Eckes.
I'm happy with Christian Eckes.
I think we talked about the left front damage in the past. He felt like it was going to affect him. And I think he's voicing his displeasure with the 19 of Christian Eckes for that damage.
That will rub that sway bar arm off, Phil. I don't understand why he keeps going.
Yeah, that's not smart.
Yeah, he's already being
probably just trying.
Down.
Probably just trying to catch up to Eckes and fuck him up.
I mean, there's no sense waiting till pit road opens. He needs to come to pit road, make the repairs. He's going to have to start at the back anyway. He's just taking a chance of maybe grinding some of that suspension underneath that truck. Like Michael said, the sway bar.
You know, I don't like that, but we'll see. Hopefully he'll get away with it. Now you got Heim a lap down. You've got Daniel Dye as well.
Heim could have more damage, though, with that left front sway bar arm, possibly.
No doubt.
Should be coming to pit road this time. Here he comes.
That did not sound good.
You can see he's rushing up there to tell Eckes he didn't like that at all. I talked earlier about these two racing each other so respectfully all year long. Things are heating up as the playoffs approach, Mr. Alexander. You've seen this before, haven't you?
But I think we know these are the two that are going to be fighting for it all the way to the end. And a little rivalry is nice in the Truck Series, Jamie.
For Corey Heim, he's finally made it into the pit stop after already making one trip down pit lane. Made the decision not to stop. There's a miscommunication with the team, a lot of frustration over the radio. Corey Heim not happy with the contact that happened earlier with Christian Eckes, feeling like that's the whole reason behind this incident. But for Corey now, the issue could be even worse because the sway bar was dragging as he was trying to get that truck back around. We have to wait and see if he's able to continue. On the radio of Christian Eckes, though, Christian Eckes was saying to his team, "Why is he mad at me? Why did he come after me?" And the team said, "Well, I don't know. I mean, there was contact earlier, but it doesn't matter for you. You're leading this race. Put your head down and just ride on your own."
Couldn't tell if the splitter was down in the left front or whether it was just a shadow.
Well, this is huge when you talk about that regular season points battle as well. Heim came in, it was going to be a challenge, right, for him to overcome Eckes, but with what has transpired here, going to make it a real uphill climb for Heim, who's trying to chase down that 19. And we did get word from NASCAR, the 11 actually going to get his lap back through all this. That's enormous for them. If they got everything repaired, you never want to write this guy off.
Yeah, if he can get his lap back, he will restart from the tail of the field, more than likely. But that's huge, not having to worry about getting a free pass or whatever the case may be.
What that means, Phil, I think, is that he was on the lead lap at the moment of caution. So as the trucks went by him and pinned him a lap down, the team said to NASCAR, "We were on the lead lap when the caution fell. We get our lap back."
And maintaining caution speed, the other competitors may have been a little faster at that moment than he was.
And that could be big, too, for Daniel Dye. Because Daniel Dye's a lap down. This is one less truck, one less really good truck that he will have to race for the free pass position. And we know at about 30 laps, for sure at 30 laps, maybe before that, but we know at the end of the stage we'll get another caution that will open the door for someone to return to the lead lap via the free pass.
And we saw Corey passing trucks. That's the only way that scoring can keep up with the fact that he gets his lap back, is NASCAR will allow him to pass all the trucks and the pace car and rejoin the field. That puts him on the lead lap.
And you can see also that left front is down on the ground, so that means that sway bar arm did not rub off. I think he's going fast enough where if that thing wasn't functioning, the left front would be up. And I think we found through our videotape what Christian Eckes did to make Corey Heim a little bit heated here. This is off turn 2, squeezes him up high, and watch, late. There's the contact, I think, that probably caused that left front problem. And see if we can get another look at it here. And made Corey Heim think, man, you can't be squeezing me like that. Corey had a little bit of room up to the right, so it just looked like a good tight racing situation by my eyes. But Corey didn't see it that way.
Yeah, I think we saw that right after the restart. We talked about maybe there was some contact right there. We saw the letters that were worn off the left rear of Corey's truck, but he was talking on the radio about his left front, and sure enough, there was an issue with the left front.
That's that's the heat of the battle. That's racing toward the playoffs and getting ready to battle for a championship. I think maybe Corey will watch that back and say, yeah, no, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Meanwhile, Ty Majeski has worked his way back to the top 10.
You're kidding me.
I mean, that's before the choose. you get the choose, another restart, you bunch them up, and boy, it'll be a big part of the equation before it's over with, you got to believe.
Bam.
There's another look.
You see that Christian was coming up, but there was room for Corey to go a little bit higher. What do you see, Phil?
I think he was close enough to the wall. I'm not going to say that he because there looked like there's maybe a foot or maybe even less, and that's still pretty close to the outside wall. We have the advantage of looking at it straight on, and you could see exactly how much room he had. But I'm like you, it's just hard racing, early on, racing for position after a restart. All these drivers know how difficult it is and challenging to pass. You want to take advantage when you can.
Eckes and Infinger on the front row for the restart. They've been dominant this evening, combining the lead the first 91 laps. It's going to be 28 to go, stage 2, as we hit the green flag.
Green flag.
They hit the gas. On these restarts, we've seen a lot of crazy action. Ross Chastain likes that bottom on the get-go.
Well, they sure spread out down there in 1 and 2, from the top to the bottom.
I think it's about that way in 3 and 4 as well, Phil.
I think so too, and maybe down the straightaways.
Lane Riggs riding the high side.
Lane into the top 5 with that 38 truck.
Chastain up to second, working the inside of Infinger, side by side for third. It's Ankrum, orange and blue, number 18, going after Infinger.
Jeske trying to get by Rajah Caruth, already back up into the top 10. It's going to be fun to watch Corey Haim's progress as well from the back of the pack.
How much do you think Ross Chastain's caught Christian X's attention, the way he's charged through the field or up to the second position? His spotters on the roof saying he's running really low at times, and he also is able to run really high. He's got a versatile truck, does Ross, in that 45.
Corey Haim last time around scored in 17th position.
Grant Infinger fading a little bit now, just back to the 5th spot. 38 of Riggs was able to get by him.
Majeski looked to take it right down the boulevard off the corner.
Following the 5 of Dean Thompson, trying to get by that 2 truck of Sanchez.
Strong number 5 truck Dean Thompson has. Started earlier today in practice. We noticed a lot of speed from Dean, and he just keeps marching forward.
What his confidence hit an all-time high. This is a tough racetrack, and he has come to play.
Look at that truck gripping really good down on the bottom. As you see, the 2 truck taking on Infinger. Nick Sanchez to the bottom. Does he slide up?
Tried to slide him, didn't quite clear him.
Tom Majeski said, y'all have fun up there. I got places I got to go.
Right against the grass. That was a little bit of a slider that worked for Majeski.
Majeski, you get the penalty on the restart when you're battling for the lead. You make the pit stop under green, stay on the lead lap, and you drive yourself back up inside the top 10. He's 6th, and still plenty more time to pick up some position here at the end of stage 2. 22 remaining.
I said it earlier, Adam, redemption. You want to come back and make up for the mistake you made for your team. Teams work so hard for these opportunities to go out and win. Everybody knows how good Majeski is everywhere, but especially the short tracks. He's trying to get it done.
Keep an eye on Corey Haim. Scoring monitor has him all the way back up to the 12th spot.
Whoa. It's hard to believe that he could get stage points here. Meanwhile, Grant Infinger just continues to slide. He's back outside the top 10 in 11th.
There's Corey Haim right there trying to go by Sammy Smith and Bailey Curry. Sammy in the 7th, Bailey Curry in the 41. Look, right against the grass, was he, Corey Haim?
I just love that. I remember back in the day running the Busch race here at Xfinity, Ernie Irvin was down there kicking up dirt and dust, running that line. Nobody had seen that before, but I think these guys now know what all is possible here at IRP.
Majeski outside of Dean Thompson, put him to the top 5.
Corey Haim already back into the top 10.
You know, that adjustment after the problem with the flat tire, that truck it was just average. A top 10 truck for sure, but not great. But now I think they've got it tuned up the way he likes it.
19 laps to go, stage 2. Eckes, Chastain, Ankrum, Riggs, Majeski, your top 5. Good finish to stage number 2 when we return on FS1.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get 20% off this V20 misting fan and other select Craftsman V20 products.
Get amped up and cool down. Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud. Do it with Craftsman.
All you have to do is just look into his eyes, and you know he's got it. The passion, the fearlessness, there's no doubt he's doing exactly what he's meant to be doing.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Now, during the Ram Make This the Summer event, get $2,000 bonus cash allowance on select 2024 Ram pickup trucks and vans in dealer stock. See your Ram dealer today.
Subway's offering 20% off any sub, any size. Woo! 20% off subs is fun to say. 20% off subs are fun to eat. You'll love 20% off subs. The point is, any sub, any size. 20% off at Subway.
What does fearless look like? Like trading pain with a champion? Find out for yourself. The Nascar Craftsman Truck Series.
Every Saturday, your game is on Fox.
Because here, we got the guy that swings harder, the guy that runs faster, hits further, deals nastier. Saturdays on Fox, we got the swag, the scoops, the smiles, the steals. We got the pop, the rips, the threats, the wheels. We got the slides, the kicks, the shovels, the feeds, and picks for the highlight reel. Because Saturdays on Fox, we got you. No big deal.
Daytona always brings the drama. From the pre-race highs until the bright lights shine.
Everything's on the line. The risk will be higher.
3 wide. Got it to keep playoff hopes alive. It's now or never.
The most stressful night of racing that you'll ever go through.
For an unforgettable weekend of family fun, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Christian Eckes in command, late stage 2, Indianapolis Raceway Park for the Craftsman Truck Series. We got a whole lot going on in this race.
We do.
We've had a ton of adversity for some big-name drivers. Ty Majeski overcomes a penalty, drives to 4th. Corey Heim has the issue. He drives back to 7th. What about Matt Crafton? Speeding penalty. He's now 9th. And we need to keep an eye on Stuart Friesen. He could go a lap down. Likely will. And if he does, that would take the free pass position away from Daniel Dye, who also
That computer thing affected ADP, so I got my direct deposit late. That sounds like that sucks. Like, that actually sounds like that sucks.
Christian Eckes, though.
How about this 11, though, guys? That's Dean Thompson who just passed, running in the 7th spot. Corey Heim to 6th, now trying to go after Riggs in 5th.
Majeski and Heim are both going to overcome their problems.
So got 10 to go in the stage here. Christian Eck is still leading. Ross Chastain's made his way up to 2nd. Would really love to see him win.
Heim's able to take and make those moves.
I can't tell you.
How did you get Cam's check deposited to your account?
Most on the high side. And then,
How the...
And then flatter and flatter and flatter.
That make what?
Running on the flattest part. I don't know if there's a half a degree of banking down there where he's running.
How does that happen?
Well, we know sometimes drivers, they get a little heated behind the wheel, add some motivation, right? I'm not going to say he's an angry driver, but he's certainly got plenty of added motivation to get to the front here. And there he is, into the top 5 by Riggs.
And the truck in front of him.
Just switched payroll companies and someone obviously fucked up. Yeah, that's quite the fuck up. I mean, did you guys at least work similar hours? Like,
11 and 98 passed tonight.
do you work like the same amount of hours, or is it just?
He would be in the free pass position, 7 to go in the stage.
I mean, if I were you guys, I would just Venmo each other the paycheck.
To a freeze
Whatever.
running around the bottom of the racetrack.
Is that left front turn to light? It's like something's broken in that?
I'm not sure.
See how much?
Yeah, how far it's back in the wheel well?
Something's amiss there.
Oh yeah, his last name does start with L, and your last name does start with M, so that makes sense. Yeah, I guess.
Look at this.
An accidental
Majeski
misclick.
doing a 2-for-1, almost.
3 wide for the runner-up spot. You got Chastain, you got Majeski, you got Ankrum. This is incredible.
Jeez.
6 to go, stage 2.
Ankrum going to get them both after their little...
And who is that? How
about Corey High?
There's Corey High.
Yeah, Ross to the lead.
Why not?
What great racing here.
No, sorry, not to the lead. This whole battle's happening like 3 seconds behind the leader. My bad.
This truck was just average.
Man, but look at this battle right here. 4 cars. Just this is crazy.
It's the same we've seen week in and week out lately.
Third spot for the 11 Corey High.
Did I say the issues he had, sparks are flying? Yeah, he probably can't do what he needs to come back.
He doesn't work as much. You're a salary cook that's been there for 9 years.
Still a
Yeah.
long shot, but I apologize for writing him off because here he is.
Lost all his track position. It's going to be hard to overcome that. Here he is right now running in the 3rd spot.
Next level talent at the front of the field tonight here at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
How about Matt Crafton moving in on the 45 of Ross Chastain? What a great comeback from Matt Crafton.
After the speeding penalty.
Look on the scoring pylon, Phil. You see Crafton there in the 6th spot. He was the fastest truck last time, faster than our leader, Christian Eckes.
I watched a handful of laps ago, and 2 laps in a row. About 8-10 laps ago, he was the fastest truck on the racetrack.
4 in a row for top 10s here at IRP. Could we hear a little bit of noise out of Crafton as we run it through this final stage?
This is 14th start at this short track. Matches Dennis Setzer for the most all time.
But another great short track racer, Dennis Setzer.
He was awesome. Final lap, 2nd stage.
So final lap of stage 2 here. Christian Eckes won the 1st stage. Looks like he's going to win the 2nd stage. He's on the back stretch.
Here comes the 19. Back to the green and white checkered flag. Get out the broom.
And
he's going to sweep.
That'll end stage 2.
Stage 2. 3rd time sweeping both stages this year for Christian Eckes. Heim ends up 2nd. Majeski was 3rd. Crafton was 4th. All 3 of those drivers had problems. Tyler Ankrum completes the top 5. Pit stops when we return to IRP.
Are you certain he'll fit?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters. When you need certain promo gear, you can be certain 4 Imprints got it. Quality apparel? Got it. Drinkware? Got it. Bags? High-tech? Outdoor? Got it, got it, got it. So go get it at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
I love my kids, but I also love not being broke. So this back to school season, I'm just gonna spend less on them. Amazon has low prices on everything kids need. Like a water bottle they definitely won't lose. Tablets, sports stuff, for whatever sport this is. All the latest, lit, Grizzy Riz clothes. And lunch boxes for a homemade meal that they'll barely touch. What? So spend less on your little freeloaders with Amazon.
Rumor has it that our new New York-style pizza is Domino's best pizza yet. Made with our fresh, never-frozen dough that's stretched thin and cut into 6 foldable slices. Rumor also has it that you might have to fight over the last slice. Order Domino's New York-style tonight and see for yourself.
For over 50 years, Purina Cat Chow has been helping cats feel at home with trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow.
What causes a curve down there? Who can treat this?
Stop typing, start talking. It could be a medical condition called Peyronie's disease or PD. You're not alone. There is hope. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose and treat PD. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Stage 1, Stage 2 in the books for the Craftsman Truck Series here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. It's a sweep for Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, Ankrum, Enfinger, Caruth have a pretty good stage nights when you look at the points. Same for Ty Majeski. Pit road is open. Everybody coming down. We start our coverage with a 98 of Majeski.
Ty Majeski came all the way back and grabbed the third spot here in this stage. Going to be 4 tires. Another chassis adjustment for Majeski. Joe Sear Jr. calling the shots. 4 tires and a chassis adjustment for Majeski.
That chassis adjustment this late in the race could be big. That might be just what he needs to go win this race.
Mamba?
We got Grant Enfinger in for his stop and adjustment. He led 71 laps early, but has lost the handling to this number 9 Chevrolet. They are going to do a round and a half up on the left rear brake. 4 tires is the call, and he'll be down and away after this stop. Jamie?
Well, you can see on the screen the number 11 and the 19 are already out of their pit stops. Stops completed for the number 11. He took 4 new tires. Big thing about that is that's the last set of fresh tires that he has, having already made that unscheduled stop earlier on. So with 76 laps still to go, he's going to have to be conservative here in terms of using up that rubber. For Christian Eckes, they told him that you've got to he's transitioning just a little bit too tight. And Christian responded and he said, I need more. We've got to keep pushing. I got to need more. The 11's too fast. And Charles Denikas, crew chief, very quickly cut him off and said, no, we're not. He's not. Do not let him get in your head. You need to calm down. We're running our own race. And so Christian Eckes said, no, we just need to keep working, guys.
Final stage coming your way when we return on FS1. Eckes Heim up front at IRP.
Before revolution, before America, before destiny came calling, he was George.
You have ambitions.
I have pride, sir.
A pioneer, a soldier, a leader on the rise.
Ready yourself, the enemy is here! Get the general out of here, now!
Are the beds on the trucks hollow? Oh, sorry, I missed your comment for multiple minutes. No, they're not hollow.
This is the story.
Actually, I don't know.
George, Rise of a Revolutionary, streaming now on...
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Fearless look like? Like sliding through a glimmering daylight? Like trading paint with a champion? Like starting in the back of the pack and stopping at nothing till everyone is choking on your dust? What does fearless look like? Find out for yourself. The Nascar Craftsman Truck Series.
Type 2 diabetes?
Discover the Ozempic Trizone. Ozempic! I got the power of 3. I lowered my A1C, CV risk, and lost some weight.
In studies, the majority of people reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
I'm under 7.
Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as stroke, heart attack, or death in adults also with known heart disease.
I'm lowering my risk.
Adults lost up to 14 pounds.
I lost some weight.
Ozempic isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take Ozempic if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Living with type 2 diabetes?
Ask about the power of 3 with Ozempic.
This is your question. Logically, which one doesn't fit with the rest?
That fits when you discover
We lost 34 people. What happened?
you are not the smartest person in the room.
Oh my god, I can't believe it! I'll take a deep breath. That was a little rough.
The 1% Club, all you Monday on Fox. Watkins Glen has always been that perfect blend. A perfect racing experience for the whole family. NASCAR Playoffs weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at Glen.com.
Here we go.
You wanna be legendary?
Ready, go, go. We've got some drivers climbing the leaderboard in a hurry and others going the wrong way.
The pace definitely picking up. Head to the time, bud. You're getting ready to start racing for the lead.
Not a lot of real estate left to decide this event.
Let the game of chicken begin.
All set for the final stage. Indianapolis Raceway Park hosting the Craftsman Truck Series. Great night here in central Indiana. And only one race to go after tonight before we go playoff racing. And the driver that hopes to be a part of the championship equation, Taylor Gray, on pit road.
You see, letters are rubbed off the right front. You think maybe that he was cleaning the tires or something off and maybe got into another truck?
Or maybe possibly exiting pit road, had some content.
Look at the bubble here. Ty Majeski is locked in on points as we talk about the playoff chase. Ben Rhodes has helped himself tonight, improving his position by 3 points over the cut line. Tanner Gray has jumped above. Daniel Dye has fallen below with the problems the 43 has had here tonight.
Quietly for Tanner Gray, because we really haven't even seen Tanner
Yeah, I don't
Gray
really know if
this
they're hollow or not.
Keeping his nose
Like I know that they don't have like an actual bed that you could store stuff in, but
here we go, final stage at IRP.
green flag. There's also videos about a new body style in like 2022 that.
It's behind the other one.
Here, I really don't know what's under a truck bed, like in the truck series.
He's done it in a nominal way. Scott Majeski's going to have to contend with possibly first in that 98 truck.
This has been impressive. Both those trucks. And Matt Crafton. 3 of them have passed over 30 trucks.
I think Crafton's 50 trucks that he's passed tonight.
So yes, over 30.
That's over 30.
That's amazing, isn't it, Phil? And is able to put up some of the fastest laps of the race.
There's Majeski trying to grab that second spot from behind.
Listen to him get on the gas early. Can he squeeze up? No. Christian Eckes looks at the mirror and is liking what he's seeing back there.
He's really enjoying the race for second, isn't he?
Probably way more than the guys racing for second there.
Oh, nice move by Majeski.
All clear, 98 to second.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah, more gas is more weight, and I know that the trucks don't get as much. They don't get as much fuel mileage as the Cup cars do.
The 15th in the running order at the end of the stage, but he has resurfaced back up to 6th.
Yeah, Nama told us that he took a big swing at it. Jeff Stankiewicz, crew chief, did. That truck was really good early on, and all of a sudden it faded after that restart, all the way back to about the 15th spot. Now here he is, just outside the top 5.
Well, you got to take advantage on restarts. He restarted 12th, and I mentioned the fact he's running 6th and looking for more.
Tyler Ankrum, I'd like to see him get a clean track ahead of him and see what he can do with some clean racetrack. He's all over the back of Corey Heim in that 11. Ankrum in that blue and orange 18 has just done a phenomenal job tonight. Really all season long he's been solid. A lot of bad luck early, but he's got it turned around now.
Talk about overall performance, though. I'd say as good as he's ever been, Michael.
No doubt. He's got a great spirit, too. Great attitude. Bill McAnally, such a great leader of that McAnally Husband team.
More weight on the back wheel, make it more stable from spin outs, though. That is true.
To Ankrum as he gets ahead of Heim. Up to 3rd.
You know, Michael, we talked about Corey Heim being...
If you had to be stuck on an island with either Kyle, Samantha, Brexton, or Lennox, who would it be and why?
He just drove through the field all the way to the top 3. But remember,
Kyle.
because of that unscheduled pit stop, he probably
I could just
didn't
talk
have
his ear off
in the rest of the field
about all the memories.
That's why it made it look like that truck was so much better than everybody.
It looked like it was going to be Heim time again, but now he looks more...
Oh wow, that is cool.
He's drifting.
That is really cool. That's a very good, very cool gesture by Jeb Burton.
Wow, that's impressive what his finger did. Sometimes when you lose your way in a race, you can't ever find your way back with the adjustments. Stankiewicz and the team have just done a great job there. Look at that move by Nick Sanchez aggressively into turn 3.
Thinking about Nick Sanchez.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not as fast as Cup cars. I mean, they're also on a short track, but like, yeah, they're definitely not as fast as Cup cars.
But you know what it reminded me of a little bit? Buddy McMurray.
I think the best.
Daytona 500. Was able to win the Brickyard 400 and also won at Charlotte in the fall. So, I mean, he's kind of got the cities down anyway, right?
Like, the best way to really compare it would be to compare, like, the speeds from, like, the trucks and the cup from, like, Pocono. That's probably a better comparison.
How about that line that Nick Sanchez is running, Michael? Right up against the wall. We'll see if he does it down at this end as well. You see, and look how high he is up there. Higher than any other truck on the racetrack.
And Lane Riggs is lower than any other truck. There they are together. I like that low line. I think it's been a little bit more successful to make moves down there. Nice exit there for the 38. Long John Silver's on number 38.
Long-time sponsor of Front Row Motorsports. Want some extra crisp.
You're terrified of midgets but love modified midget cars. Just midgets just scare you. It looks like some midgets look like they're in really good shape. And like they're lower. So like they're more close to your balls. So they could deliver like a really good punch to the balls. And that's what scares me.
More and more of those excuse me moments. Look out, battle for the lead. Eckes has been in control, but there's the 98.
We talked about the fact that Majeski now has locked his way in the playoffs. I don't think that's going to be any consolation. He wants the W. He wants that trophy, just like he got here last year.
And the playoff points that come with it, right?
Absolutely. I think it's more about the trophy. Yeah. Anyway.
It's about the trophy tonight, but it's nice to see those points tomorrow.
But yeah, we'll talk about the points tomorrow. Just let me take the trophy.
Yeah, they're just weird. I'd feel bad if they knew because I don't want to be rude, yeah. I mean, just remember, they're just people. That's... I mean, I get it. It's like, you know, they could deliver a wild nut shot, but they are just people.
Majeski by without a fight, that's for sure. Big ripple off the corner for Majeski, the bottom side.
Patiently works that throttle down, but look at the run, he got off the turn.
I don't even know if I could say that word. I've always been so confused about the word midget. Like, is that like...
Done deal right there.
Is that bad? Is that word bad?
Now he's down on the bottom.
I mean, it's not as bad as the N-word. But, is it bad?
Was ready to say clear. He's not. Now maybe he is.
My thing is, I'll always say it until somebody tells me not to say it, and then I won't say it.
Start-finish line. Our third leader of the night. 73 out front for Eckes, 71 for Enfinger, and now it's the 98 of Ty Majeski in charge with 55 remaining.
As good as that truck has been, the fact that he chased down and passed the 19, it may be so long for Majeski.
Gotta feel good about things right now, overcoming that deficit after the problem or the jump restart. Enfinger continuing to beat up Tyler Ankrum. Running the third spot.
It's getting late at IRP. We're going to take you side by side. 54 to go. Majeski, Eckes, Ankrum, Enfinger.
Jaden, he didn't. I just do it, and he hasn't said anything. But I probably should stop, because I feel bad. Every time I do it, I get a sense of guilt. But then I do it again.
Because here, we got the guy that swings harder, the guy that runs faster, hits further, deals nasty.
You went to a daycare called Little People? That's perfect.
Scoops, the smiles, the steals. We got the pop, the rips, the threads, the wheels. We got the slides.
Red Sox are about to start any minute now. I'm not streaming that tonight because I'm streaming this, but... Dwarf sounds like it should be offensive too. Oh yeah, dwarf definitely sounds more offensive than midget. Midget is just like when I hear the word midget, I don't feel like oh no. Like I don't feel like a
Inez, let me ask you. You're using.
I don't feel like a sense of we're putting them down. You know?
Switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should
And
use
trust
it
me, they
every
don't need to be
wash.
put down. They're
Otherwise,
already
the
far
place
down
will
enough.
Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in
Um,
head shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes that day.
Microbes, really?
But like, Dorf, that definitely sounds like that's
The good news, there's no itchiness, dryness, or flakes down here.
I love Tiny Troy.
that actually sounds kind of mean. Just call somebody a dwarf.
He's the best. Make every wash count.
Little help, please.
Like the word midget just makes me happy. Like I literally just like it reminds me of just a little guy just walking towards me, and it just makes me smile.
Wisconsin's own Ty Majeski and defending Milwaukee race winner Grant Enfinger race for it all. The Sunday, August 25th NASCAR doubleheader kicks off with a Springer 150 ARCA Menard Series at high noon. Tickets start at $40. Kids 12 and under are free. It's NASCAR playoffs time in Milwaukee. Visit MilwaukeeMileRacing.com to get your tickets today.
Welcome back. You're watching the Craftsman Truck Series from Indianapolis from Raceway Park on FS1. Ty Majeski just took the top spot away from Christian Eckes. They are 1-2. Ankrum is third. Enfinger is fourth. Riggs is
I say
47 remaining.
canceling the word midget. Midget's a good word. And like I feel like yeah, like I don't have the ability to say that because I'm not. But like seriously, midget, if you're getting mad over the word midget, come on now. Like I literally just feel like it's the word. Like it's literally the word. Like that's what you say. Like
Truck that's on the lead lap, and the next one would be Matt Mills.
He hated for the 43. He might get a caution right here. Look out.
What a mess.
Boss go to a drag race thing at Stafford. Or your chef.
They're a lap down. The 9 and 18 or not. Enfinger and Ankrum getting after it with 45 to go.
That's cool. I kind of want to go to a drag race like at NHRA.
Wallace Allen getting after it as well. Contact between the two of them.
Daniel Hyde's ready for the two of them. Get a little bit more aggressive with that. Lane Riggs slipping by on the bottom.
Watch Andretti get into Wallace Allen, turn him sideways. Nice save.
Really good save. Back end was dancing big time. You know, these two really have seen a lot of each other tonight because back in the ARCA race, they were hanging right there around 6th, 7th, 8th all night long.
There's Tanner Gray. We talked about him being above the cut line. Just a very solid effort running up in the top.
You talk to someone as a driver?
Not flashy, but doing what he needed to.
A little bit of contact with the outside wall and qualifying. Had trouble getting on the track.
43 laps to go. Ty Majeski has the lead, so he did recover from his penalty from earlier.
Do exactly what they need to do here tonight.
Leading Christian Eckes by almost 2 seconds at this point with 43 laps to go.
As of now, but he's going to need a caution flag relatively soon.
Tanner Gray came in 1 down. He's now 10 to the good. You see it in the pylon. You know, he's not had a top 10 finish since Darlington, Tanner Gray. So even though they're not in the top 10 right now, could go a long way in making a playoff position if they can finish this thing off tonight and take advantage of the problems of Daniel Dye. Chase Purdy in the top 15.
Yeah, Chase has had two 6th place finishes in his last 3 starts. It's been a solid year for Chase over at Spire Motorsports.
Right behind him, you see there Ty Dillon in that white and blue truck, 25. Saw him spun around earlier in the race. He's got it corrected. He's just outside the top 15. As you see Matt Mills trying to stay on the lead lap. There's Ty Dillon off turn 2. There's battles all over this racetrack. There's William Swalich.
He's such a good car in the ARCA Menard Series race. Ended up getting beat by Connor Zilish. Actually lost second as well to Andres Perez, but a solid effort pole sitter for the ARCA Menard Series race earlier tonight.
Had a ton of laps.
Andres Perez just keeps cutting at it too, doesn't he?
Oh, he does.
He's our point leader in the ARCA Menard Series halfway through the season.
10 down, 10 to go. Next up, they'll be racing on FS1 next weekend here in the Hoosier State, Southern Indiana, Salem.
And about 75 degrees more banking than this racetrack has.
What a racetrack Salem is. Man, I grew up going there and watching my big brother.
And he was so good.
Just dominate there.
He's pretty good at a lot of places, actually.
Yeah. He won 7 in a row or something at Bristol once, didn't he? I believe I'm correct in saying.
Yeah, maybe both, actually.
Over a 2-second lead now for Majeski over Eckes. Good battle here between Sanchez and Raja Caruth for the 6th spot.
Caruth won the pole, has been quiet, but hanging around the top 10 all night long.
Look at those trucks slip and slide off turn 4. Caruth makes a nice move.
We're seeing a move right now on Nick Sanchez in the 2. Had a solid run all evening, just not quite where they need the handling to be. I talked to Bono Mannion after that last pit stop, and I asked him, do you think you have something for the guys in front of you? He said, we need to have the right adjustment. Not sure if they've got the right adjustment so far. Nick is kind of stuck running the top and can't move around all that much. Jamie?
For Lane Riggs in the number 38, this is a race he had circled on his calendar. Reason being, this is where he made his Truck Series debut just 2 years ago. But his dad
I'm texting Canada said maybe something but 20 to give them more money. That's how you got Cam's check.
They might have gone too high on the air pressure, which is having a hard time finding any grip. Adam?
Thank you, Jamie. Lane Riggs 5th in a Ford leading the way with 34 laps to go. You know, the Blue Oval has not been to victory lane so far in 2024.
How about right side of your screen, Sammy Smith? We talked about him earlier. He's made his way up into the top 10 now. In the 7th spot, chasing down the 6th spot of Raja Caruth, was able to get by Nick Sanchez. Nick was trying to get by, actually made the pass on Raja Caruth. Raja crossed him over and got back by him and brought Sammy Smith with him.
You know, I've been waiting for Sammy Smith to turn up in the top 5, top 10 at least, because he's been so fast. Looking at the scoring monitor, he's one of the top 5 fastest trucks all night long. Finally getting that track.
What about Cam's checker car drive by? I didn't hear. Cam was like, maybe you slipped your manager a 20 just to give you Cam's check.
Just over 30 to go.
You bribed them.
Craftsman's back on track with Deal of the Race. During this year's Craftsman Truck Series, we're giving race fans rockin' deals on tools to power through projects. Because teams and fans alike trust Craftsman to get the job done right.
Get 20% off this V20 misting fan and other select Craftsman V20 products.
Get amped up and cool down.
Scan now for the current Deal of the Race. From outdoor care to home and auto repair. Do it fast. Do it proud.
Do it with Craftsman.
Every Saturday, your game is on Fox. Because here, we got the swag, the scoops, the smiles, the steals. We got the pop, the rips, the threats, the wheels. We got the slides, the kicks, the shuffles, the feels. Wow. Because Saturdays on Fox, we got you. No big deal.
People say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
Think you see everything? Think again. Think the coast is clear? Don't be so sure. Think you see the whole picture? Look out. Maybe there's more. If you're walking or driving, when your view is blocked, slow down and look around. See and be seen.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
The 11th stop of the 2024 NHRA Tour is historic Pacific Raceways nestled in Kent, Washington. Known for historic speeds and a wooded backdrop, it's set to deliver some of the most intense action yet this season. Ricky Force is back, and opening qualifying for this beautiful track is next on FS1.
Just just about ready to hit 25 laps to go at Indianapolis Raceway Park for the Craftsman Truck Series. Ty Majeski penalized on a restart. Had to come down pit road under green. Was able to stay on the lead lap. And on a long green flag run, drove his way into the top 5. Was able to wrestle the lead away here in this final stage from Christian Eckes, and the 98 is now in charge.
Just put his teammate Ben Rhodes a lap down in the 99. Ben is back in the 20th spot.
You know, he looks calm and collected, but I know Joe Short is pretty good. He is on the chip right now. He's just making sure he's got everything under consideration as his laps wind down here at Indy.
Well, right now he's thinking about, what am I going to do if the caution flag comes out?
That's
He
right.
knows if the caution flag doesn't come out, then it's up to Ty Majeski to hold on to that lead and avoid the lap trucks. But if the caution comes out, what am I
You
gonna
offered to
do?
Venmo him, but he
Am I
said he
gonna
wanted the
stop?
real
Which
actual pay.
Probably they will.
Yeah,
How much here am I
I'm
gonna
texting
give
him
the
right now.
guys?
He doesn't seem very
Because
happy about it.
Because it's going to be such a short run, so there's a lot going on in Joe Shier's mind right now.
19 trucks on the lead lap. That would play a huge role, perhaps, in a strategy call if we were to get a caution.
This is going to be exactly what Joe Shirt doesn't want to see, is that caution flag.
All 3 of these trucks, all 4 of those trucks battling for position. Sawalich, the 1, the 15 of Tanner Gray. Remember, just above the cut line, that's his brother, the 17, the the orange and black 17 right behind him. Taylor Gray, and Ty Dillon, the 25 on the outside of him.
Said this earlier, every position is a point, so the 15 fading is hurting his chances of making the playoffs.
And our leader, Majeski, is not far behind these trucks, guys.
He looms.
It is kind of funny.
He's in their rearview mirrors. They know he's coming. See the 2 Grays getting together there. They run together a lot. Looks like right now, Taylor's a lot faster than Tanner.
Tanner's committed to the very bottom of the racetrack. He lost that spot to Sawalich. Ty Dillon is in front of him, as well as his brother Taylor, 17.
We've now reached our Craftsman 20 to go. Ty Majeski, 2.5 seconds in front of Christian Eckes. Infinger, Ankrum, Riggs hanging in the top 5.
Jack Wood, the 91, getting by the 15, or attempting to get by the 15th as well. Now he's going to duck underneath the 25 of Ty Dillon and try to get a twofer.
Ty Majeski just behind these 3 thinking, just sort it out, fellas. Keep your trucks pointed straight.
I got 52 cents once because the hours I worked.
Without the caution flag.
Yeah.
Trying to help his teammate there, right?
That accountant's kind of dumb.
15 puts him another spot back and helps Daniel Dye.
Do they at least end up fixing the issue?
Here's Majeski.
Daniel didn't catch the caution flag that he desperately needed. Obviously, other trucks now in front of him better down the lap.
But as Tanner Gray drifts back, Daniel's able to clip a point or 2 here or there. He's got down to just a 6-point deficit now.
You take him any way you can get him,
That's
right,
right.
Michael?
If you can't get them yourself, somebody else go get them for you.
Teammates for position. Raja Caruth, Sammy Smith racing for 6th.
Oh! Like Jack Wood slipped or something. Sorry. I get all excited when I look out the window and see somebody sideways. It wasn't on TV. It's my fault.
Looks like Stuart Friesen is maybe made repairs to that truck. We saw him way off the pace. I wonder if it was a plug wire or some sort of an issue like that. He's back up to speed now, but he finds himself a number of laps down, back in 33rd.
I think whatever is wrong with it, they came to pit road and fixed it.
Yeah, that's what took the lap to do. He lost a couple laps on the racetrack while he was crippled, and now that truck is fast.
I'll show you what I was getting all excited about. I thought we were going to have that caution that I talked about that Ty Majeski didn't want to see. Jack Wood into the wall. Then up goes Majeski. That had to get his attention, didn't it?
Yeah.
Got mine, I'll tell you that.
Now, Jack obviously did a nice job getting by Ty Dillon, but Jack now up to the 17th spot.
That's good that they make it right.
Taylor Gray, he is the last truck right now on the lead lap.
14 remaining.
continued between Sammy Smith and Raja. A couple lap trucks up here. Sammy may be able to pin Raja in behind one of those lap trucks. Going to be room for Sammy to get by on the bottom. That's Matt Mills, the 42. Raja gets a little bit sideways up off the corner, and Sammy is able to comfortably make that pass.
These Goodyears are shot, aren't they, Phil? All the grip is gone. You got a truck that isn't handling perfectly, it's just going to be that much worse now.
And it enhances the chances that we could get a caution here late.
I've seen a lot of slipping and sliding tonight, Adam.
66 has been good all day long.
Yes, sure has been. We saw his debut at Gateway with a top 10 finish. This is his third start. A solid 8th place run so far for Luke Fenhouse. Not a surprise. Great short track racer in Wisconsin.
So good a season ago here at IRP in the ARCA Menard Series.
Tiptoeing off turn 4.
You go live at Pocono now.
Guys, I look at the top 20. We talk about how competitive this truck series is. Our top 20. Ben Rhodes, our defending champion, was 20th. In front of him, Tanner Gray, who's above the cut line.
Oh, you didn't see the Pocono video?
Several times
up?
Here in the truck series up in front of him. Taylor Gray.
Maybe you have to click the videos tab. I don't know.
From 20th on up, and all solid trucks, solid team, solid drivers.
Maybe it's my channel. I don't know.
Deep competition here in the Craftsman Truck Series in 2024.
Just tells you how good Tom Majeski is tonight. After that good lead early, was able to drive through the field and drive away.
I haven't adjusted my channel layout since I was like
a little bit sideways, slipping and sliding off turn
14. Still wheeling it. I mean, you're up by 2.5 seconds, and there's no need, but why not? Let it all hang out.
Guys, how about that truck that's right in front of our leader, Tom Majeski?
It's incredible, isn't it?
I don't think we've seen that happen this year. The only blemishes on the entire season were at Darlington. He got wrecked by a teammate. And then Charlotte, he actually finished second. He got penalized because of missing lug nuts put to the tail.
This is all foreign to him.
It seems like the racing tonight is actually pretty good behind the leaders, but like the race for the lead has not been really good at all.
14, 7 laps to go.
Put new tires on, he was able to mask better a little bit.
Not too often you get off work in the Silurian zone. New York Sundays.
Could be rearing its head.
Running right outside the outside wall. That's Bailey Curry in the white truck behind him, trying to grab that spot.
6 to go. Majeski just says, no cautions. Let me run it out and win this race.
Look what happened 2 years ago when there was a late caution.
Yeah.
I showed it to you at the beginning of the show with Enfinger driving around 9 trucks in 3 turns and then winning the race.
And Majeski in the playoffs, as we hit 5 remaining, is an enormous problem for the competition. You got Milwaukee, we know he's outstanding there. He's won at Bristol, he's won at Miami. Should be good on the short track at Martinsville. Across the board, this is a team that really could make a move in the postseason.
You know, if he can make it all the way to Phoenix, you know he's going to be good in Phoenix. Remember, this will be Ford's first win of the year here in the Truck Series. He's been close. He's had a couple of runner-up finishes this year. He's just holding his breath now for these last 4 laps that we stay green.
2009, the last time we went this deep in the season without Thorsport finding their way to victory lane. A lot of traffic. Majeski sees 3 laps to go.
Garcia on the inside.
Hunter Daly in the 44 on the outside as he works his way through this lap traffic.
Daly's had a tough run of it here in the trucks, but he'll race in Xfinity tomorrow driving for Sam Hunt.
I think he's learned a lot here tonight, though, Phil. Just getting the laps in. A bit of a struggle, but still, you learn.
Yeah, we talked about that during the ARCA race for Marco and what a departure this was for anything that he's ever been used to. All the open wheel guys.
Through turns 3 and 4 for Ty Majeski.
All right, white flag.
One more lap for the leader.
Ty Majeski has a 4-second lead. He just pulled away on this long green flag run. Came back from that penalty that he had earlier today that looked like he might fuck up his race, but he's come back and he's going to win tonight. Ty Majeski wins at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Statement, I think. I think it was a heck of a statement, the way he was able to rally from the penalty and then dominate.
Message delivered from Majeski.
Christian Eckes, 1, 2, 3 in the last 3 races, added 2 to that. 1, 2, 2, 3.
And Corey Heim doesn't win, but he takes a week off, right? I mean,
yeah.
What you said, Michael, he wins every other race right now?
Wow, what was that? Was that those are tires? I think he locked the tires. That's it.
Infinger, interesting night for him. Starts in the front row, leads all those laps early, faded late in stage 2, comes back for a top 5. Ankrum, really good night, helping secure his playoff position. He was 4th. Lane Riggs doing what he does at IRP, 5th. Sammy Smith, 3rd start of the year, was 6th. Finhouse ends up 7th. Carruth from the pole to 8th. Dean Thompson, good all night long, was 9th. And Sanchez, a 2-time winner this year, 10th this evening at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
And how good are our chuckers? Ross Chastain, Cup Superstar, was 11th. They put him away.
4th career win for Ty Majeski. 3 of those coming on short tracks, and he's now gone back-to-back here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. 179 a season ago. Tonight it was 56 out front, but he passed a bunch of trucks en route to victory. Just got word that Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, with their runs tonight, will join the playoff field. They have clinched a spot on points.
Oh, okay.
Celebrating Alan Kulwicki with the Polish victory lap. Ty Majeski.
You're going to run weekend camping next year? That'd be cool.
Remember Alan? What a performance.
He is going to come pit road or something at some point. He's not going to keep riding around the racetrack.
Just celebrating the win. Taking it all in.
It's been close a lot, you know, and just hadn't always been able to finish the deal or get things to go his way. So you want to savor him.
Well-deserved win for Ty Majeski and that team right there.
Yes, it is. Got his camera out, capturing the moment as one of the crew members.
Hyman Eckes.
Corey, I'm a Christian Eckes. Just talking it out.
Come back down the track and put my off my tire and put my nuts. Appreciate that. It's not like I meant to do it, Corey. I mean, common courtesy is the legal line. I got to the race. Common courtesy is legal lane. We're down outside, you know what I mean? Restarting. Always racing in that respect, so I expect it's not like I went straight to the wall. I pretty much did. I was nose into the wall, jammed the wheel left, and I hit you. I was giving you a lane and misjudged it. Clearly, by a lot. By about a half a truck. Yeah, see you, Corey.
Different opinion there.
That was cool to actually hear that. That was cool to actually hear that.
Let's go to Jamie Howe.
It has been 20 races since his last victory as Ty Majeski goes over to celebrate with the fans. You guys talked about it. The last time that Thor Sport went this long into the season as he collects the checkered flag now was 2009. The last time they didn't have a win this far back. For Ty Majeski, celebrating with the fans for you tonight, Ty. The team never gave up on you. You had already won a playoff position in terms of points, but to get the win, how significant is this one?
That was huge. Obviously, I made a little bit of a mistake. It was probably a little bit of a close call on that restart, and I had to pony up and get it back. Obviously, when you make a mistake as a driver, you drive a little bit harder to try and make up for it, but these guys have my back. Awesome pit stops. It's been an up and down year. We've had the speed to win, just haven't been able to put it together. I've had some bad luck around the way, and some of it's self-inflicted, but man, so proud of this Road Ranger group. Soda Sense, Curb Records, everybody that's a part of this program. Duke Ronda Thorson, this is the T-Sport 200, so happy to bring the trophy home.
Back-to-back wins here at Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Mamba.
Christian Eckes with his 9th top 5 and extended his points lead. Christian, we just saw Corey Hunt come over, talk to you about the contact on track. What's your reaction to that, and what did Corey have to say to you?
I mean, he's got a right to be mad. I just judged it straight away. He acted like I went to the wall, but I didn't. I tried to leave the lane. I just misjudged it on my end. So, I mean, that's on me. I apologize to the 11 guys, but yeah, I mean, I'd probably be mad too. But overall, proud of the Napa Auto Care Chevrolet team. I think we were second place truck, and we finished second tonight. So, good execution on that end, and move on to Richmond.
Christian Eckes, moving on to Richmond. Adam?
Thank you, Mamba. Yeah, I think that Corey got squeezed a bit, but there certainly was a lane there. But you know, when you're racing that hard against another fellow, you just lose your mind when you feel like you got squeezed into the fence, and that's what Corey felt like.
Yeah, and Christian admitted he said, hey, I mean, I squeezed him more than I thought. I meant to leave him a lane. I didn't. Maybe I didn't leave him a lane, but it certainly wasn't intentional. Intentional with his.
But yeah,
7 of our 10 spots are
fun night
clinched.
tonight.
Drivers
It was an
in
alright
yellow will
race.
run
I
for a
mean,
championship
behind the
for
leader.
Gray, Taylor
Really,
Gray plus
the race of the
48,
lead wasn't that
then
good
Rhodes
at all.
plus 22. Tanner
my
Gray
main pick,
plus
Rajah
5 over
Caruth,
Daniel
finished
Dye
8th.
as we go to Richmond for the regular season finale.
And add Stuart Freese into that battle. Still,
Christian Eckes led the most laps. He led
night,
71.
Go to Richmond and get ready to decide what
Grant
two
Enfinger led
drivers are gonna run for
71.
championship.
And we have to wait 3 weeks to do it.
Ty Majeski led
By the way,
56
Christian
laps.
Eckes leads Corey Heim by 50.
But yeah, I'll
You
be
look at
live for the
chase
Xfinity
regular
race
season
tomorrow.
crown. It's not over, but you got to believe he'll clinch early at Richmond, and you get those 15 playoff points
3:15.
that comes with being the regular.
What is the green
season
flag for
champion.
that?
Well, we talked about it, back-to-back short track races to end the regular season tonight at IRP. It's going to be a while, but worth the wait. We'll see you Saturday, August 10th from Richmond Raceway. Practice and qualifying 2:30 in the afternoon. We're racing under the lights in the Commonwealth.
Yeah,
at
green flag is
7:30 Eastern Time.
3:35,
Again,
so
it's
I'll be live at
break
3:15
on Saturday.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think we need.
Thank you guys for watching, and
for
peace
space
out.
on the racetrack. At Richmond, it's going to be fun.
And multi-groove racing too. You can run all over that place.